Will the last be first and the first be last?
Coffee time with
Welcome to another Coffee Time with John. Good morning, my friends. It is bright and early here in Akron, Fairlawn, Ohio. And we have snow falling outside, and it's one of those mornings that I'm enjoying being in the studio talking to you and drinking my cup of coffee. Very excited to do these videos this morning. This question came in as a comment on the channel, and I wanted to go ahead and just read it and then dive in. The last will be first, and the first will be last. What do you think this means? Or maybe remember something so you know what it means. This is Matthew 20:16, and the last will be first, and the first last. You know, whenever you're reading the Bible or any ancient text, and this is something that I see happen a lot in Bible interpretation, especially, is people take a singular phrase and not look at the context of it, right? In Matthew, he was talking about the idea. He was talking to Peter, and Peter was saying, for all the good service I've done, I should be, basically the front of the line, kind of thing. He was saying, the people who have done the good deeds should be the people who are first into heaven. And what the last will be first and the first will be last. He wasn't delineating or saying this is only you people who have been here for a short amount of time will make it in there first. That's not what was being said. What he was saying was, it really doesn't matter about the amount of deeds you've done. It really doesn't matter about the desire to be recognized for the good you've done. It only really matters is what's in your soul, what's in your heart, what's in your feelings, what's within you, within your Holy Spirit. And he's basically saying in this, with the context of the text and this line, he's basically saying that it doesn't matter what you've done, it's what's in your heart that matters. And sometimes it'll be the person who is the first, and sometimes it'll be the person who's the last. But there's not a place in that line where anybody can not make it to heaven. And first and last is delving into the linear aspect of time. But when you look at first and last, it's also the idea of, if you're last, it's because you've spent more time working on things here. And sometimes just the very fact that you are looking for a reward for the things you've done, you're kind of negating the good things you've done by looking for the reward. And so in reality, be the person who is closest to love, closest to God, closest to the one. And the people who are looking for that attribute or that acknowledgement of what they've done are not loving. That's the condition that they're placing upon their love. I've done so many great things, you should put me first. That's an inequality. It's also an out of balance. It's also close to narcissism, because they're trying to put themselves above others because they've done more. And in reality, Joshua's teaching was all about equality, all about us all being equal with God, even. And so to put yourself apart as someone who deserves something more, you might be the last who makes it there because of the fact that you're really not there. And it really comes to you to get there. And the mere concept that you are looking for the reward for loving means you're not there. And yet other people who just love naturally, and they're there, right? I've known a lot of people who are beautiful, lovely people in whatever religion they're in. I've also met buttheads in all of them. I've also met self-righteous people in all of them. And the self-righteous people are like, oh, I'm so much better. And I cannot tell you how many priests I have met who believe they are holier than you because they're priests. And when you get to know them, they're just like you and me. They're just a little bit more self-righteous, which in my mind means that they're really kind of missing the mark, which is the definition of sin. So that's my thought on this, Mark 2016. And I hope that answers your question. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.